Most people spend 40 years working and retire broke. The system is designed to keep you just comfortable enough to never leave. You get the annual raise that barely covers inflation. You climb the ladder only to realize it is leaning against the wrong wall. The average person changes jobs 12 times during their career, yet still ends up with less than $100,000 saved for retirement. That is not enough to last 5 years. The truth is the employment contract has fundamentally changed, but nobody updated the playbook we are all following. Our parents were told to get a good job and stay loyal. Companies rewarded that loyalty with pensions and job security. Today, that world does not exist anymore. The average company tenure is now under 4 years. Pensions have been replaced with 401 kiloseconds that depend entirely on your contributions. You are expected to fund your own retirement, while wages have barely moved in 30 years when adjusted for inflation. Here's what we are not being told. You can work harder, get more certifications, and climb higher, but you are still trading time for money. There is a ceiling to that model, and most of us hit it by our 40s. Problem: you got the promotion you worked 3 years for, and the raise was 8%. Sounds great until you realize your health insurance went up, childcare costs increased, and rent jumped 12%. You are making more money, but somehow have less left over at the end of the month. This is the trap most people never escape. Living paycheck to paycheck is not just a minimum wage problem anymore. Over 60% of Americans live this way, including those making 6 figures. You have the nice car, the decent apartment, maybe even a small investment account. But one medical emergency or job loss away from financial catastrophe? That is not security. That is the illusion of security. The real issue is wage compression. While executive pay has increased by over 1,000% since 1978, average worker compensation has grown by only 18%. Companies have gotten better at squeezing maximum productivity from employees while minimizing what they pay. Your workload doubles, but your salary barely budges. You are doing the work of 3 people for the price of 1. Then there is the lifestyle inflation trap. Every raise gets absorbed by a slightly bigger apartment, a newer car, better restaurants. You feel like you are moving forward, but your financial position stays exactly the same. The hamster wheel just gets a fresh coat of paint. The traditional path promises security, but delivers dependency. Your income is tied to one source. Your time is controlled by someone else. Your growth is capped by corporate budgets and politics. You have built a career, but not wealth. There is a fundamental difference. Most employees are one decision away from losing everything they have worked for. A company restructure, a bad quarter, new executive who wants their own team. None of that is in your control, yet your entire financial future depends on it. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. Keep you comfortable enough to stay, but never wealthy enough to leave. The answer is not quitting your job tomorrow. That is reckless. The answer is building a parallel income stream that does not depend on your time. Something that pays you while you sleep, while you are at your day job, while you are on vacation. That is the side hustle nobody talks about because it requires setup but delivers freedom. At KB Bluetree, we have studied hundreds of income models, and one stands above the rest for people with limited time and capital: digital products and online education. Here is why this model works. You create the product once and sell it infinitely. No inventory, no shipping, no physical limitations. Your morning work can generate income for years. Start by identifying a skill you already have that others want to learn. This is not about being the world's best. You just need to be 2 steps ahead of your target customer. Can you use Excel better than most? Teach small business owners financial modeling? Do you know how to edit videos? Create a course for content creators? Have you successfully trained a difficult dog? There are thousands of desperate dog owners who would pay for your process. The framework is simple. Choose a specific problem you can solve. Create a structured solution that gets results. Package it as a digital course, template library, or coaching program. Sell it where your audience already gathers online. Most people overcomplicate this. They think they need a massive audience first. Wrong. You need 10 customers paying $100 more than you need. 1,000 customers paying $1? Start with a small group. Get them results. Use those testimonials to grow. Your first $1,000 proves the concept. Your first $10,000 proves the model. After that, it is just about scaling what works. The beauty of digital products is the margin structure. Once you create the product, your only costs are hosting and marketing. If you sell a $200 course, your profit margin can be over 90%. Compare that to traditional business models where margins rarely exceed 30%. This is how you build wealth faster with less capital. But here is where most people fail. They create the product, then wonder why nobody buys. You need to build an audience before you build the product. Start putting out free content that demonstrates your expertise. Write posts, record videos, share insights. Give away 90% of your knowledge for free. The 10% you charge for should be the implementation system that saves people months of trial and error. Use content to attract your ideal customer. Once they trust you, they will ask how to work with you deeper. That is when you offer your paid product. This is not manipulative marketing. This is demonstrating value before asking for payment. It works because it respects your audience. The timeline is realistic. Month 1, you choose your niche and start creating content. Month 2, you build your first offer and test it with a small group. Month 3, you refine based on feedback and start scaling. By month 6, you should have a system generating between $1,000 and $5,000 monthly. That might not replace your salary, but it eliminates financial fear. You have options now. Reinvest those first earnings into tools that multiply your reach. Email marketing software, a simple website. Maybe paid ads once you have a proven offer. Each dollar reinvested should generate $3 to $5 back. This is how side hustles become main income streams. The goal is not just extra money. The goal is building an asset that works without you, something you can scale, sell, or simply collect passive income from. Your job owns your time. Your side hustle should buy it back. Success story. Andrew was a middle manager at a logistics company making $75,000 a year. He'd been there 9 years and watched 3 rounds of layoffs. He knew his turn could come anytime. Instead of waiting, he started teaching other logistics professionals how to optimize supply chains using simple software tools most companies already owned. He spent 3 months creating a video course breaking down his exact process. Charged $297. Sold it to 47 people in the first 90 days through LinkedIn content alone. That is just under $14,000 while working his full-time job. Within a year, he had refined his offer, raised his price to $497, and was consistently doing $15,000 to $20,000 monthly in course sales. Andrew still works his job, but now by choice, not necessity. He has options. His side hustle generates more than his salary. He's building real wealth, not just earning a paycheck. That is the difference between surviving and thriving. The principles are universal. Find a skill, package it, sell it to people who need it. Repeat, call to action. Calculate your freedom number right now. How much money per month would eliminate financial stress for you? For most people, it is between $3,000 and $10,000. That is your target. Break it down. If you need $5,000 monthly and sell a $500 product, you need 10 sales, 10 people. That is not a massive audience. That is a small classroom. Start today by writing down 3 skills you have that others struggle with. Pick the one people ask you about most. That is your market telling you what they will pay for. Your next 90 days should be building and testing your first offer. If you want a complete framework for building digital income streams, check out KB Bluetree for digital and online business strategy. We break down the exact systems successful online entrepreneurs use to build 6- and 7-figure businesses. Like and subscribe to KB Bluetree for more insightful content on building real wealth in the digital economy. The choice is yours. Keep trading time for money until the company decides you are done, or start building something that pays you whether you show up or not. One path leads to dependency. The other leads to freedom. Choose wisely.